and welcome back to another episode of Learning. I am Shaira Siibis, a fourth-year BEd student from Negros Oriental State University, Shatun campus. So now, let's proceed to another subtopic, which is types of nonverbal communication. But first, let us define what is nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication without the use of spoken language. Nonverbal communication includes gestures, facial expressions, and body positions, as well as unspoken understanding and presuppositions and cultural and environmental conditions that may affect any encounter between people. In nonverbal communication, there are 6 types of nonverbal communication: the sign language, Kinesics, Proxy, Chronemics, Haptics, and Vocalics. So let us define what is sign language. Sign language is movement of your hands and arms used to communicate. There are several official systems of sign language used, for example, by deaf people. Movements are also sometimes invented by people when they want to communicate with someone who does not speak the same language. For example, this is the example of sign language. These are the example of sign language, and we all know that all of us are familiar with this sign language from A to Z, right? Okay. In sign language, there are 7 types of sign language. Sign language for the deaf, sign language for people who are deaf and blind, sign language for children and adults with special needs, sign language for babies, sign language for communicating with animals, home sign, and a village sign language. So, sign language are extremely important communication tool for many deaf and hard of hearing people, because sign language are the native language of the deaf community and provide full access to communication. Although sign languages are used primarily by people who are deaf, they are also used by others, such as people who can hear but can't speak. And now, let's proceed to the second types of nonverbal communication, which is the kinesics. Body language, technically known as kinesics, is very essential in communications. Human body and its various parts play an important role in communication. The study of messages conveyed by the body movements is known as body language or kinesics. According to Deborah Hall, the body language is a very powerful tool. We had body language before we had speech, and apparently 80% of what you understand in a conversation is read through the body, not the words. So kinesics helps in effective communication as it helps to improve our body language and interaction qualities. It helps to know what our appearance helps in our effective communication. It helps in learning the facial expression while speaking to a particular person. It helps in maintaining eye contact, proper posture, and effective gesture throughout the whole communication process. In kinesics, there are 5 parts under which are the head, facial expression, eye contact, gesture, and posture. So, different body parts play specific role in communication. So now, let us define what is head. So there is an old saying, hold your head high, it is a sign of honor, self-respect, and self-confidence. A head bent low, on the other hand, shows modesty, politeness, and health. The second is facial expression. Face has been called the mirror of the mind because whatever a person feels deep inside is reflected on his face. All parts of the face, for example, the lines of the forehead, the eyebrow, the muscles of cheeks, lips, all speak louder than words. Next is eye contact. Eye contact is a powerful tool of communication. It can be used in positive ways to effectively express confidence, intellect, honesty, love, desire, friendship, compassion, sympathy, and more. While negatively, Eye contact can reflect lies, anger, lack of remorse, and a callous, non-genuine attitude. And the fourth is gesture. Gesture are our hand movements. Different hand movements convey different meanings. Example, panding of the face on table shows anger, while forefinger raised above the head shows number. Thumbs up is acknowledge. Well done and very good. And now let's proceed to the posture. Posture is the way we stand or sit. Posture is the position adopted by our body. There is a variety of posture including standing or sitting erect, leaning forward or backward, arms crossing, legs spread, stretching or bending sideways. And now, let's proceed to the third types of non-verbal communication, which is the proxemics. Proxemics is the study of how humans use space when we're communicating, how close we stand to someone, whether we touch them, and how comfortable we feel are all part of the study of proxemics. Example of proxemics is the distance between two or more individuals communicating. In proxemics, there are four types of proxemics, which is the intimate, personal, social, and public. So, intimate means 2 feet away from your body, and people emotionally close to you are allowed to enter this zone. The second is personal, 1 handshake away, and the distance you would stand during friendly gatherings. The third is social, about 2 arm lengths away, and the distance you stand with people you don't know well. And the public is public over 3.6 meters away to the distance you feel comfortable when addressing a big group. And now, let's proceed to the fourth of the types of nonverbal communication, which is the chronomics. Chronomics is the study of how time is used in communication. Time can be used as a communication tool in many ways, from punctuality to expectations around waiting and response time, to general principles around time management. So, chronomics is the study of the use of the time in nonverbal communication, the way we perceive time, structure of time, and react to time is powerful communication tool and helps set the stage for the communication process. Now, let's move on to the fifth of the nonverbal communication, which is the haptics. Haptic communication is a form of nonverbal communication and the way by which people and animals communicate via touching. Touch is the most effective means to communicate feelings and emotions. The withholding of touch may communicate a variety of negative feelings. Haptic communication is the means by which people and other animals communicate via touching. Touch is an extremely important sense of human, as well as providing information about the surface and textures. It is a component of nonverbal communication in interpersonal relationships and a vital conveying physical intimacy. It can be both sexual, such as kissing, and platonic, such as hugging or kicking. The categories of touch are friendship warm touch, professional function touch, and the social polite touch. And the last type of nonverbal communication is the vocalics. Vocalics is the use of the voice to communicate non-verbally. Probably, the most important aspect of vocalics is voice quality, such as rate is how fast you talk, volume is the loudness of your voice, inflection is the vocal emphasis you place first. So vocalics, no matter what you might say, the way you say it can communicate more than the words you choose. Besides tone, vocalics might include the volume and pitch of your voice. For example, if you feel uncomfortable in a situation, you might naturally speak quietly to draw less attention to yourself. That is a vocalics. And that could be all. Thank you for listening.